Welcome back everybody, and today we are back here reacting. Today we are reacting to the Labyrinth of the Minotaur is real. And it's worse than the myth. Let's see what this is all about. Like
These walls are completely rigged with explosives.
Whoa.
This makes me very nervous.
This is a crazy intro.
This looks like there was an explosion here. I've always been drawn to places that the world decided to seal shut. They tried to blow this up. They did not succeed. Not because they're forgotten. They didn't want people going down this tunnel. Probably because there's something at the end of it. But because someone wanted them buried. Do I do it?
Isn't it
Underneath this
risky
island
to go there?
Places. Vast underground maze where myth, ancient artifacts, Nazi weapons, and human remains sit sealed in the dark. Just look at this. Look. You can even see that looks like a mine. Rock slides collapsed the entrance decades ago. There could still be live munitions underneath that rubble. Due to chemical degradation, some of them can just go off at any minute. The last time people were allowed inside, 4 of them died. 2 were never found. I kind of want to go in. I'm just scared of stepping on bombs. So we need to be very careful about where we step right now. No one's been back since. At least, we thought. I received a message from a woman in Crete. She claims that there's another way in, a secret entrance hidden in an olive grove. And once you know there might be a way in, let's just say self-control has always been aspirational for me.
Why would you put the location out on a video?
When I first started researching irresponsible story ideas for this channel, I kept obsessively circling back to one place, the Labyrinth of Crete. The problem is that it doesn't operate like a normal story. With the last video, you could easily say, most haunted island on Earth, and even a second grader understands what they're signing up for. Not this place. Now, on the surface, you've got the legend of the Minotaur. Some archaeologists believe that it wasn't located at the Palace of Knossos at all, and that it was further inland, at this place. The deeper you dig, the weirder it gets. You got 4,000 years of myth, violence, obsession, Minoan, Roman, Byzantine, Ottoman, Nazi, all compressed into a claustrophobic, bat-infested maze that is absolutely packed with artifacts. And here's the crazy thing. There's almost nothing about it online. Not because it's insignificant, but because it's been completely sealed off for most of the last century.
Good. It should be.
Why I never expected to see that post. So, late one night, many months ago, I fell into a Reddit K-hole, and that's where I found her. A woman who claims to know a secret entrance into the Labyrinth of Crete. Now, we all know that the internet is a chaotic cesspool of lies, so I reached out to her for clarification, and she sent the following reply. Hello, we've been trying to find the entrance to the labyrinth. We know where to go, but can't really find it on Google Maps. Facepalm emoji. She then includes a GPS coordinate, and it's in this area. We climbed down into a hole, which opened out into the labyrinth. It was a great experience.
What the fuck is that message?
Again. Honestly, I would have taken this all with a massive grain of salt, if not for the video she provided.
What? Yo.
I'm not sure about the transitions, but this music slaps. This could be a wild goose chase. It is a 12-hour ferry.
That honestly looks like an
and this is real.
Apple auto-generated compilation.
This could be absolutely insane. I think we're going to Crete. Why do I keep doing this? You know, some people learn from cautionary tales.
Apparently you don't.
I auditioned for them. All right, we are approaching the area. But now, you may be wondering, Steve, how are you going to find a tiny hole in the ground amidst the olive grove? These are not roads. I'm going to go
I can tell.
This way looks less intimidating than that. That's... Oh no, my poor kid. It appears that I have navigated myself to the edge of a cliff, and I guess I just look around for a hole in the ground now.
Apparently you can just jump off because...
I was a Nazi. I'm not, and I don't condone that. But if I was, where would I hide my cannibal monster Nazi bomb death maze?
What?
Clearly I would put it around here somewhere. But that is a cliff. Oh, wow. I bet that this hillside exploded. Yeah, it definitely did. Look at that. This is encouraging. I think that I am on the right track here, but how do I find the hole? All right, I'm gonna do something smart. I have a clever idea. The thing
Hey,
with
hey,
this
hey,
is
hey,
that
hey,
this
hey.
is not like a big cave entrance. It is literally a tiny hole in the ground. So let's go. There I am.
For a second, I thought he was gonna jump off with the Kia. Jump off the cliff.
This is gonna be impossible. I am looking for literally a manhole. We got bushes. It's hard to tell what's a bush and what's a hole. What's that? It's a bucket. Wait a second.
Oh, he found it.
Either that's a shadow. That could be. That looks like a hole. How do I get there? Alright, so it's just down that cliff. I just have to get down that cliff. How do I get down the cliff? Due to safety, ethical, and other reasons, both the layout and location of the labyrinth have been intentionally distorted. As you'll soon find out, this place is insanely dangerous. Aside from having a background in both caving and mining, I am, most importantly, an idiot. Do not try this.
We know.
Do not try this.
I can see.
Do not try this. Okay, enjoy.
I'm good just watching the video.
I think this is the mouth of the canyon. Wow. Alright, so spot number 1 is here. Where is the hole? Maybe it was just a shadow. I don't see anything.
Yo.
That's a hole. That's a big hole. Oh my lord. I have a feeling this is it. That is.
And I have a feeling you should not go there.
I was imagining something much wider. Do I do it? I mean, I came all this way.
Don't. Just go back.
I'm gonna sit down and think about this for a second.
Put the outro.
Alright. Let's do this.
The
Costume
video
change.
ends here.
Movie magic. Wow, that's dark, and that is tiny. All right, here we go. Oh, that's tight.
Oh no, he's going.
Holy shit! Every culture has a different way of saying, don't go in there. For the ancient Greeks, it was a batshit crazy story about this very labyrinth. And if you're wondering why anyone would build a giant underground maze, well, we first need to talk about a sexually frustrated queen and a cow. But not just any cow, a really hot cow, apparently. Because the queen cow and so
What?
and it ruined everyone's weekend. So put on your history caps, kids, because this story's about to get weird. It begins with the god Poseidon having an absolute hissy fit. Minos of Crete asks him for a favor. He says, hey man, make me king. Do me a solid. Poseidon agrees and gives him a sign, a perfect white bull. All Minos has to do is sacrifice the bull back to the god. Minos says sure. Then he sees the bull and suddenly it's like, wow, that's a really cool bull. So he sacrifices some shitty Timu cow instead. Now, at this point, you would expect Poseidon to strike him with lightning or turn him into a goat. Nope.
Fair.
Poseidon is petty as hell. He turns Minos into a cuck. Literally curses the king's wife Pasiphae so she suddenly has hots for the cow. So she summons Daedalus, the world's greatest inventor, and says, hey Daedalus, make me a perverted wooden cow suit. So that night, Pasiphae puts on her new evening wear and cow in his little pen, and so comes pen, gives him a.
What the fuck?
9 months later, they have a thing. They call it the Minotaur. 50% man, 50% bull, 100% generational trauma. If you can imagine, it has some learning disabilities. For one, it would eat people. This did not play well in court, so they asked Daedalus to build a special home for the child, the Labyrinth, an inescapable maze so complex that once inside, holy shit, nobody could ever return. There's middle
Sounds good.
Yeah, I think this is it. Oh, oh. The maze made feeding the creature simple, but victim enters, and the labyrinth does the rest. This is creepy. Enter Theseus, Prince of Athens, six-pack abs, total main character syndrome. Theseus arrives in Crete, and immediately King Minos' daughter, Ariadne, does what every tragic Greek woman does. Falls in love instantly with a dude whose resume is mostly just vibes. I mean, Theseus looks like a marble statue, and is about as smart as one. He has no plans, so Ariadne gives him a sword and a ball of yarn. I thought this would be funny, and also very practical. In keeping with the legend of the Minotaur, I brought as much string as I thought I could carry, but it looks like other people have the exact same idea. Look at this. Everyone else is bringing string too, or a lot of other people. By a lot of other people, I mean 5 people. Theseus goes into the labyrinth, leaves a trail of yarn, finds the Minotaur, and let's be honest, this is not some epic duel. This is a traumatized basement child with horns versus a guy with weapons and a narrative contract. Theseus kills him. Crowd cheers, statues are erected. Now, Ariadne falls in love with Theseus, gives him the yarn, gives him the sword, helps him not die horribly in a maze with a cannibal monster. How does Theseus repay her? He sails away with her to Naxos, and then literally ghosts her on a beach, abandons her in her sleep. It is the first historical record of peak boy energy. And this happens in literally all of Theseus's adventures. Dumps queens, dumps magical nymphs, leaves a path of emotional destruction everywhere he goes. Despite what Greek art tells us, it's important to state that Theseus is not a knight in shining armor, and the Minotaur is no more a monster than he is a victim in this whole situation. And that's the part that people forget. Being sent into the labyrinth wasn't a death sentence because the creature was strong. Because the place itself was. It's a perfect maze designed to disorient, to strip away certainty, turn confidence into panic. And that's where the myth turns into something real. Everyone who entered the labyrinth thought they were different. None of them were, including the 4 people who died the last time this place was opened. Because the truth is, the labyrinth doesn't need a monster. It already knows how to kill you. This is a literal maze. This ceiling really fucking sketches me out. It looks like there's a bunch of structures up there. I don't know what I just stumbled into, but this room is crazy.
I'm gonna be fair, since I saw the guy in the catacombs, this shit doesn't scare me anymore, but gotta be honest with y'all. We are 10, 12 minutes in. The Doom dumb as fuck. Have you seen the entrance? Have you seen how fucked up that place is? That could blow up at any second. The rubble came down, he's locked there forever. And how about the stability of this place? At least in the catacombs, you know, shit ain't gonna collapse. You gonna get lost, shit ain't gonna collapse. This place, on the other hand, could collapse at any moment. You could die. He could die right now. As this frame is on the screen, the next frame could be him washed by everything that's above him. It ain't worth it.
Crazy. This is huge. These look like rampart walls. What were they doing here? Like, why go through all the effort of building giant walls here when there's solid wall behind it? Like, it's not like it's protecting it from collapse. What was this? This is bizarre. So that hole is very clearly man-made. They did that for a reason. What was the reason? And what is beyond that hole?
You ask too many questions.
Yeah, it's another room. So I was wondering who put all this graffiti here, and if people came here regularly, but no. Right here, look, they signed it. Speleo, something in Greek, 1982. All of these markers are from the research team that came down here, but then they had to cut the project short, so they never finished mapping this place. Game
Which
plan.
is a good
I found
reason
this cool little passage.
for why you should not be there.
There's a ton of yarn going this way, and the Speleo team has been kind enough to put a bunch of arrows everywhere. So we are going to follow their knowledge as far as it'll take us. Although this is a little scary because it looks like
you shouldn't
collapsed on top of their yarn. You see that? That is what false security looks like. Following the researcher's yarn is how horror movies start, especially when no one ever asks why the yarn is still there.
Yes.
I've neglected to tell you why people want the labyrinth to remain sealed, or how those people died. Silly me. During World War II, the Nazis weaponized the labyrinth. We'll get to that nightmare later, but when they retreated, they blew up the entrances to hide what they'd left behind. And it worked.
Fair enough.
For decades, the labyrinth remained sealed until a research team reopened it in the late 20th century, officially for a scientific survey. Which sounds responsible, until I cut to ominous music. Because the problem now isn't getting lost, it's that the labyrinth is actively trying to fall on your head. The
Great.
explosions destabilized the hillside, leaving the entire maze in a permanent state of collapse. Also, not everything exploded. Landmines, grenades, still buried in the rubble. After decades of chemical
That's a
degradation,
fair response.
they only need vibration or pressure. Just one wrong step is enough to...
Are you speaking a bit too louder than you should? See, I'm grateful for this guy because I have a video to react to, but damn, he's stupid as fuck. I will not go there, not for the life of me.
vaporize you into a fine cologne, ruining your vacation. But danger doesn't stop people. It just convinces them to follow someone else first. Adventure seekers
Well,
poured
fair
in.
enough.
Treasure hunters chased rumored Nazi gold. Tourists got lost. Rescue missions piled up. Then, a bomb detonated without warning. 4 people were killed. 2 were never recovered. At that point, the labyrinth stopped being an attraction and became a grave. Funding dried up, the
And
expedition
that's
ended,
the reason why you
and
should
shortly
not go
thereafter,
there.
a rock slide sealed the entrance again, this time for good. Today, some still argue it should be reopened as a World Heritage Site, but in a country already constipated with cultural treasures, the authorities have already decided. It's simply not worth the body bags. God, this gives me so much
Kind of right of them.
anxiety. My heart rate right
It would be cool if you could explore this place, like if somebody came and kind of stabilize the whole structure of it, clean up the place from debris, rocks, bombs. It would be cool. Now, the real question is one, like he said, it ain't worth it for the states, for the state of Greece, which is full of places like this. And the second thing is, who the fuck is crazy enough to go there and do that? Who the fuck is crazy enough to clean that shit up? If I'm employed at a company, and one day somebody comes to me and says, "Hey, we are gonna go clean this place up." Fuck that! This is my last of my last day of work. I ain't going there.
now. Not
Ain't
because
no
of the
bomb
cave,
gonna blow on me.
not because of the explosives, not because of the bats with rabies. I'm scared of the fucking ceiling. This is terrifying. Look at this. This is all totally collapsed. And there's one track that leads up over this really dangerous looking scree. And then there's another track that goes down into this pit. And it looks really fucking sketchy, but it looks like there's signs of life that have gone down this instead of going up there. So I might go descend down this very ominous looking hole. Let's go. Oh, Christ. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. I don't want to hit the ceiling because it is, again, very unstable. Whoa. This does not look fun. I'm really worried about these walls collapsing right now. Oh, look at that. I gotta go down that now. All right, so, all right, we're going on all fours. Here's the truth. We don't know how old this labyrinth is. We have actual evidence that it goes at least back 2,000 years. This is difficult. I'm stuck. Because the Romans used it as a quarry. Ow. Good thing I have a helmet. However, it's possible that it existed before that, when the Minoans were here, which was up to 4,000 years ago. This is very precarious. Oh,
I've been announced that I have
this is
fucked up.
scary. And now there's another one. No. This is very claustrophobic. And so far, I have seen nothing. There are no clues of ancient thingy things other than walls. I want to see treasures and ancient
Hey yo, I
carvings.
have really fucked up.
It's probably why that lady didn't show up. because she didn't want to be bored. This is getting a little narrow.
I missed something
Which
important.
way do I go? I'm
We're gonna cross that bridge
a
later.
bit confused. So I might be in trouble. Things were going good for a minute, and I was following.
On what kind of plan have you decided that everything was going good till now? Because it sure as hell didn't look good to me.
The arrows and the yarn. The string seems to have been buried in rock falls. Occasionally I'll reach patches where the strings just disappear. And now the graffiti is starting to contradict itself. They're just pointing at each other. Green is affirmative, but are you trying to go to somewhere cool or are you trying to exit? Because usually exit is red. I don't know. I'm getting overwhelmed. This is not fun anymore.
It should be. Oh, when was it fun?
I'm trying to backtrack.
See,
Wait, what?
see, this is why everybody is saying that we're doing white shit. Because of dudes like this. Man, just get the fuck out.
Whoa. There is writing everywhere. Everywhere. Look, even on the ceiling. Wild. Oh my God. Is that 1425? No,
What?
can't be. That looks like it says 1425, right? This is fascinating. So all of this is graffiti. And by old graffiti, I don't mean like the 80s. I mean like, look at this. It says Joseph Corporal, 1832. And then under it, it says, En santé du 5 mois. And mon français n'est pas bon, but I'm pretty sure that means 5 months pregnant.
What?
Oh, wait, there's a woman's name under it. Felicia Corporal. Still, girl, what are you doing in this cave when you're 5 months pregnant?
Yeah.
Yikes. The really cool ones are hard to see. You have to like shine your light to the side. 1699. That's crazy.
That really is
Why
crazy.
does everyone write here?
1899,
The chamber was a guest book.
1794,
Every surface covered in names, dates,
1982.
initials, some scratched with knives, some written carefully, as if they thought
1666,
someone would read them
damn.
later. They span centuries.
1832.
The earliest go back to the 1400s, others from the 1700s, the late 1800s. Before any of the darker history that came later, this place wasn't forbidden, it was famous. In the 17 and 1800s, the Labyrinth was Crete's biggest attraction. It appeared on every tourist map. People came here the way they visit the Acropolis today. And like tourists everywhere, they left their mark. Being somewhere extraordinary has a strange way of waking something in people.
So this used to be a tourist spot a few hundred years ago, like how the temple is today, or the other places. That sounds fun. Maybe it would have been fun then, not right now.
Proof. A human instinct that reaches for immortality, but settles on a bathroom stall. I think names are a strange thing. They don't explain who you
That's
were,
kind of a
or why you came
big
here.
joke.
They merely say, I stood here. I existed. I made it this far. I don't know
Damn.
why, but it
This
gives
is
me
deep.
great comfort seeing all of these names here, because it reassures me that for centuries people have been here and the ceiling has not fallen down on their heads. But what's unsettling isn't what's
I
written
will
here.
not count on that.
It's what isn't. The signatures stop. Right around 1943. Whoa. So we have an important decision to make. It appears that the research team that has been kind enough to leave us all of these nice yarns, it appears that they have just dropped all of their thread here and gone home to watch Dancing with the Stars. And then moving forward, it doesn't look like there's any sign of activity.
That should
Perhaps this is
be
because they ran out of time or
that should be a good indication to not go there.
funding, or they found something up ahead that they did not like. So we have a decision to make right now. Either A, I keep going and go deeper into the labyrinth and hopefully find cool things, or B, we take a hint from these experts who know exactly what they're doing and turn back and go back to the car. Okay. So, I mean, if we do come across something really bad, we can always just turn around, you know?
I'm not count on that.
Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna use my yarn that I brought. You wait there. You stay there. And I'm gonna tie it here to theirs, and then we're gonna move forward with my yarn. And I'm curious what's ahead. Oh, here's one. Look at this one.
I am not.
And why they decided to not go any further. Hyman Schick, 1943. I feel like it might be a bad idea because I think they clearly learned something. Satterbauer Grubinger, 1943. But also, I want to see it. Johans, it's a bunch of names, and it is 1943. Oh, this is a mess. I'm not sure if I should show this on YouTube, but I found these.
No fucking it. You should not have.
The morning of May 20th, 1941.
Man, I hope that I will be able to
looked up,
this.
and the sky was full of men.
I will try to blur it.
Not aircraft.
In the editing.
Men.
I do not know how to,
Thousands
but I
of
will
German
try.
paratroopers were dropping from transport planes, their parachutes blooming like pale flowers against the blue Mediterranean sky.
He showed that. It was engraved.
For a moment, it was almost beautiful.
I do not know how to blur that out.
Almost unreal. Then the shooting started. This was Operation Mercury, Hitler's gamble to seize Crete. And to the Germans, Crete wasn't just an island. It was an unsinkable aircraft carrier in the middle of the Mediterranean. Whoever controlled it could control the air routes, shipping lanes, and the road to North Africa. The Germans believed that surprise would shatter resistance, that the locals would stay inside. They were catastrophically wrong, because Crete didn't fight like an army. They fought like a people. Farmers grabbed hunting rifles. Shepherds charged with knives and clubs. Elderly men and women threw stones. In some villages, German paratroopers were killed before they ever touched the ground. For Hitler, this was unacceptable. So the Luftwaffe unleashed hell. Villages were bombed. Civilians executed. Entire communities, Kondanos, Alikianos, Anuyeya, erased from the map.
Blur more. Blur more. I do not know how to edit that thing out. I will try. I'll try.
Crete was conquered. But it was never subdued. So the Nazis adapted. They stopped moving and started burrowing. To them, the Labyrinth of Crete wasn't just a myth. It was infrastructure. Ancient corridors were reinforced. Cables were run through passages cut thousands of years earlier. Sections of the maze were turned into bunkers, armories, and escape routes. When resistance fighters struck above ground, the Germans vanished below it.
See, this could have actually helped the labyrinth stay visitable for a fuck ton more if they did not blow it up at the end.
But the island never stopped resisting. And as the war turned against Germany, retreat became inevitable, and the labyrinth's role shifted again. Weapons that couldn't be evacuated were dragged underground. Explosives cached in side passages. Ammunition stacked in chambers never meant to hold it. Then as the Germans pulled back, they did something final. They tried to erase the entrances. Charges were set, hillsides above the labyrinth were blasted apart, and everything they couldn't take with them remained right here. Legend persists of a lost Nazi bunker that survives deep in the labyrinth. Crates of ammunition rusting into the floors, walls booby-trapped with live grenades, landmines buried beneath the rubble, growing more sensitive with each passing year. Some of it was meant to be retrieved later. Most of it never was. The war ended. The island moved on. The labyrinth did not. As you keep going deeper, the question stops being what was hidden here. It becomes what still remains behind.
Motherfuckers.
So it is very difficult balancing a thread, a lamp, and a camera. I think I found out why they stopped. There was a bit of a scramble up there. It was a bunch of rocks, so it looked like a dead end, but there was a little hole. And I
Don't go into the hole.
I thought about turning back, but that kind of looks like walls. They don't look like the Roman quarry walls. They look more clean. Hold on, I'm stuck. This thread is a pain in the ass. Ow. These are definitely walls. This is something right here. Look at this. It looks like some type of foundation. Those look like carvings. Whoa. They look like pictographs.
Man.
Those are not... If that's a Labyrinth, then this is Minoan. This could be 4,000 years old. And you can tell that they are for one reason. These engravings aren't carved into the rocks. They're being pulled out of it. You see that white bloom on it? That's called efflorescence. Thousands of years ago, they carved this into the rock, and then water that's been soaked through the limestone, it deposits salt inside of those engraving lines, and slowly over time that salt builds up, fills in the engravings, and if it sits long enough, it actually pops out of the engraving. These have to be thousands of years old. I wonder who was here. What they use this place for. They're such strange symbols.
That's amazing.
After all the names and dates, these are the first markings down here that don't feel human. Whoever made them wasn't trying to be remembered. They weren't left for me to understand. The shapes are familiar. A star, a fish, an arrow. Maybe it was the guano fumes going to my head, but they seemed so simple that if you just stared at them long enough, they should make sense. But they don't. They're symbols that no longer speak. Not because they were meaningless, but because they belong to a real culture, a real moment in Bronze Age life, the meaning of which has simply slipped out of human memory. What's left is a fragment that survived longer than the people who understood it.
That's
a whisper from a world that will likely never speak again. And in a cavern full of names and dates.
Man, that should be studied. Somebody. See now that got me excited. That got me excited. Somebody should restore that damn maze. Fuck, but it's not worth it. See, I love history. History, it's amazing. And that part of me wants that place. That once I saw that 4,000-year-old ancient text, basically, because it's 4,000 years old. It's old as fuck. Something you just wanted to let's go see that, you know? Nah.
Screaming for
attention.
It
ain't worth it.
That might be the loudest
Damn,
thing
that's
I've
exciting.
found down here. At
least I can see it in this video.
Is so tangled. Can I
Oh,
squeeze through
damn,
there?
I imagine that's a unique feeling to get with your eyes.
This is kind of scary. Look at this rock that looks like it's about to fall. I'm gonna do this very quickly. Okay. Oh Lord.
Nah.
That is crazy.
All my sighted
Look at
blew
these
up.
walls.
Yeah.
Is that pottery? This is so cool. Wow. All right, I'm geeking out. This is ancient pottery. Wow. Not to get nerdy on you, but I don't think that this is Minoan pottery because they would actually paint their pottery. They didn't really carve it. This looks more Roman. See that? That's called combware. So it was really thick. It was cheap to make. This was like day-to-day pottery, which means that they use this space. This could be a cooking implement. I have no idea what it's for, but I don't know. What were they doing down here? There's my rope. Okay, let's go. Gluck, more pottery. This time a handle. I gotta be honest, I actually find this a bit disconcerting. Cause like, if all of this stuff is just sitting here, what if nobody's been down this part of the labyrinth in like 2,000 years? Cause like if something bad does happen, there's a chance no one's...
That's your sign to get the fuck out.
Shall we continue?
Nope.
So bad news. I've reached the end of my second to last roll of thread. So I have one spool left. This looks relatively
I think you've gone far enough.
So I think I'm going to do is I'm going to save the last spool in case of an emergency. And then if I do get up to any forks, so we have a fork, then I'll just make like little cairns. Look at her. She's gorgeous. So that I can just backtrack safely and I'll know which way I came from. So
You've
I
done
think that
far
works.
enough, man. You've got the
All right.
30-minute video till now. Get the fuck back.
I am at a place that makes me quite
Yo.
nervous. There's collapse everywhere, but here it's like big boy collapse. Like this is huge chunks. Whatever happened here was violent. Those slabs are
Yeah,
like 2 feet thick. I think that we're approaching the Nazi bunker. I think that this
I
could
think so
possibly be
too.
an after effect of those blasts. I'm going to proceed with high caution now because this does not look like a happy place. I'm not in a silly mood.
Yo.
Oh my god, there's a hole. Look at that. In the ceiling.
Get the fuck back.
It
Get the
looks sketchy
fuck
to reach
back.
though.
Yo, come on, man. You gotta know when to
Yeah.
stop.
It does lead somewhere. Okay. Whoa. This
At
is
least the
scary.
links makes me
That's a
me
tight
worry.
squeeze up there.
And
I
I
think that this
saw
is the
a
only way
crack in the
forward,
ceiling,
because
man.
everything
Come on,
else
man.
is
Get
all
the
dead
fuck
ends.
back,
This
man.
looks like one of those
This pisses me
squeezes
off,
where
man.
it doesn't look that bad until you're like halfway through it and then realize that you're jammed and that you can't turn around. So I gotta do it though. We're gonna do it. This is precarious. Oh wow. Alright. Okay. Why am I doing this? Oh Christ.
Because you are
simple,
fucking
really.
stupid.
Because I must feel like Indiana Jones at all times. Ah, shit. Or I become, oh no, incapacitated with despair. Like, it's so tight, I can't even crawl. I'm like worm crawling right now. Okay, so update. Remember what I said about being in a squeeze that's so tight that you realize you can't turn around? That. I am in a tube right now, and I can't even lift my head right now. Like, look at my feet. The problem right now is that it is literally so tight that my backpack doesn't fit. I dropped it back there, and I'm trying to reach it, but I have the flexibility of like a Lego figure. And there's
Get the
boulders in the
fuck
way.
out!
We have two options now. I actually can't even turn around, so that rules out that option. I am breaking every rule of caving right now. You should never do this. Honestly, joking aside, that backpack has my water, my backup batteries, my extra lights, my food, my first aid kit in case something happens, but I literally, I can't even reach it. So I'm just gonna keep going forward and then see what's on the other end of this, and then on my way back, I'll grab it. I'm already committed, so.
Nah, man, you are stupid, man. Is this a tutorial of how to die? This is literally a tutorial of how to die. Man, come on, you are smarter than this. You have done this before. You know better than this. People are watching you and they see you do this and they think it's okay. Why the fuck would you do this?
On we go.
Man, people just don't think of repercussion, man.
The Labyrinth has one last
And
story.
I bet you because he made this gonna think, oh, it's okay, I'm gonna do this next time because I did it one time and it worked for me. Which is not a great mindset to have. Or people think, hey, he did this, it's okay for me to do it. No, he's an expert. A stupid one.
I need to tell you. Perhaps the most important one of all. It begins after Theseus escapes, when King Minos realizes what's been taken from him and decides that someone must pay. Holy shit. The inventor Daedalus is summoned. He expects death. What he receives instead is something far more precise. It goes so far. Oh, this is gonna be a nightmare. Minos understands Daedalus better than anyone ever has. He knows the architect can survive pain, survive shame, survive losing everything that he's built. There's one thing that he cannot survive: watching his child suffer. So the sentence is simple. Daedalus is thrown back into the labyrinth that he designed, but this time, his son is sent with him. The maze closes. Stone folds inwards. Light thins. Corridors repeat. This is not a punishment meant to kill. It's meant to last. To force a father to watch his child waste away in a prison with no door. To let love do the work that hunger and darkness could not. It's very hard to breathe down here. I think I'm bleeding. Time stretches. The boy grows quiet, but his gaze keeps drifting upwards. Long before collapse and ruin, parts of the labyrinth were built to breathe. Narrow shafts climbed to the surface, letting air and fragments of light deep underground. Birds nested here. Feathers drifted down slowly, collecting in the dark. If I find a place where I can turn around, I'm gonna turn around. Actually, no. I'm gonna keep going. I've come this far. Days passed.
That's the sickest mentality I've seen, dude. Put a disclaimer on the skit. Put something on the screen to warn people not to do what you are doing. Warn them that it's not okay what you are saying.
Then weeks. The boy grows thin. Daedalus grows afraid. He understands the truth now. The sea lies just beyond the walls.
Come on, man, you have a
Freedom
bigger
is
responsibility
so
than
close
this.
You can hear it, but still unreachable. The labyrinth was built to confuse men on the ground, but it was never meant to hold the sky. So Daedalus does the only thing he has ever known how to do. He builds. Wax scraped from torches, thread pulled from his own clothes, feathers gathered one by one from the air above. He works at night, in silence. It's opening up. The wings come together imperfectly. Fragile, human, enough. Before they try, Daedalus kneels before his son. Fly too low and the sea will dampen the wings. Fly too high and the sun will melt the wax. Stay between them. Stay with me. Oh my God. Look. Look. It's a room. And then they leap. Stone falls away. The labyrinth collapses into geometry. The boy feels it immediately. The lift, the weightlessness, the sudden impossible absence of limits. He laughs as he climbs, higher than stone, higher than fear, higher than his father's voice. Above him, warmth feels like freedom, and the wax begins to soften. That looks not Roman. Daedalus calls for him to descend, to stay between. The wind takes his words. The sun grows hotter. Wax melts. Feathers loosen. Do I do it? One by one at first, then faster. The boy notices. Not too late.
He's
Just
still
late enough to
going.
understand. We need to be very careful about where we step. His wings.
No, what you need to do is understand the risks of what you are doing. This is beyond chasing excitement and a feeling of excitement. This is just plain stupidity. And that's it. I love the video. It's amazing. It shows the labyrinth, the history behind it, the story behind it. What he is doing, it's wrong. I don't even know if I want to link the video because I do not want to spread it more. I always credit people when I watch them. This video makes me not want to credit this guy. I love the cinematography. I love the storytelling. I love all those stuff. But what he's doing is just wrong for people to see.
Unravel in open air. Daedalus reaches for his son, his voice breaking. Icarus! The sun blinds him. He hears the scream before he sees the fall, a shape against the light, and a streak. And then, nothing. At such a height, the sea is no longer water. It meets Icarus like granite. Daedalus watches helplessly as his child shatters against the waves, and the sea closes over him without ceremony. No one ever learns it the first time. That's literally blasted metal infused into the wall. I'm a bit nervous to walk on this because, oh, I just got goosebumps. Because a lot of these weapons were live. They buried them live. And that looks like a missile. That looks like an exploded missile head. Oh, jeez.
Oh my God.
And this is all concrete. I think this is the bunker.
And I think you're a fucking idiot. You are one of the stupidest people I have ever seen online.
This makes me nervous. There's like
Stupidest.
metal everywhere. I've always been drawn to places that the world decided to seal shut. That looks nefarious.
No. What you're attracted to is idiocy and stupidity.
I used to tell myself it was because they were sealed, that someone wanted them buried.
What are those bombs?
But the truth is, I'm simply drawn to the thrill of uncertainty, to the flicker of danger that follows. Holy shit. Maybe we all are.
No.
We're drawn to what the world warns us.
Stop spreading this propaganda idiocy that people are attracted to places that they shouldn't go to. Dude, not what you should. I'm getting very, very pissed off right now. No, he's beyond just exploration and excitement. He's gone to a realm far beyond that.
Not to touch. To feel the earth tilt.
How many
beneath
views
us.
that this video has?
To brush against something larger than our lives. See how close we can
600,000.
get without falling. It's why people have been coming here for centuries. It's why their names
I can guarantee out of those people, at least one wants to do this. Exactly like he's doing. At least.
cling to the walls. It's why you click this video. The world doesn't fence off ordinary places. So when a place is sealed, when it's silenced, when it's erased, you can't help but wonder what survived inside. Humans were never built to ignore mysteries. We lean towards them the way plants lean towards light. A dark tunnel, a sealed door. I'm a bit concerned right now. A place the world decided was too dangerous to enter. Look at this. This is a blast zone. That is completely unstable. But down here, that curiosity has a record. Oh! It left names.
I'm very serious right now. If by some chance people are watching my reaction to this video, don't get that many views. It's a very small channel which doesn't get views. If by some chance somebody is watching and sees this moment, I want you all to think before everything that you're doing. To take accountability and to realize when is the time to stop. Because as you could have seen right now, he could have died right there. Because he's gone not past the point where he should have stopped. He should have never entered in the first place. He's gone beyond that point where you should stop. He's gone to the point where he's insane. He's gone past insanity. You have no business being there. You are literally trying to kill yourself right now.
On the walls. It left weapons under the rubble. And it left people who never came back.
Oh my god.
Because the pull never feels like a decision. Just a little higher. It's a grenade. A little closer. Those are grenades. That one's still in its casing, which means it's still alive. And some of them aren't detonated, which means there could be some underneath all of this collapsed rubble. Ascent never feels like a leap.
God.
It keeps going. Feels like momentum. The real test isn't in rising, but in knowing when to stop chasing the sun. Getting out of here. You If you're wondering why I didn't turn back sooner, you already know the answer. You're still watching.
Really? Really? Fucking really? There's something left. I see.
Hey, it's the end of the video. You survived the labyrinth, all 42 minutes of it. If you enjoyed that video and would like to see more, please consider hitting that subscribe button.
No, 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 no. This is the end of the video. I think this is the first video that will hesitate to link the original video. So, God fucking damn it. Hope you enjoy me being me. Like and don't share this shit, man. Bye.